Michelle here with Angel Souls. We are going to be getting into some of the recent events, what might be coming, not in a predictive way, but just energetically, what is opening up here, and what to do with it, how to prepare. We're going to be pulling the cards as well, as I do each week. Now, these readings are timeless, so you can listen to it whenever you come across it. But I will tell you that I am recording this on January 2nd, 2025. If you're watching this years from now, go back and look at what was happening at the end of December 2024, beginning of 2025. It'll be like a little video time capsule, and we'll see what your perception of it is years from now. But in the meantime, if you're watching this as I get it posted, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you were thinking and feeling about all of the strange events. Now, social media has become extremely strict on what we can say. And I'm in the United States. We're supposed to have freedom of speech, but we don't. And that is going to be, that's going to be quite a bit of what's going to be opening up in the next several years. Things that we've been told, you have rights, you have the power, you can do this, you can do that. We're going to find out no, and we never could. Things that were supposed to be for our own good and for our benefit, we're going to start breaking open some of the biggest scams we've ever seen in our life. And when I say scams, I'm talking about, pardon me, the cough is still here. I'm talking about things that we just took as a normal part of life and realizing it's a giant scam. So, again, I can't speak directly about some of the things that have been going on, but if you look it up, you know things that have been going on in New York. I did say there was going to be quite a bit of stuff going on in New York City. Now, I did call that a 9/11 style attack. We're not that far away from December, so please stay vigilant, not paranoid, but just make sure you remain safe. Listen to your gut instincts. If your gut instinct tells you to reschedule that vacation, do it. If it tells you to stay out of crowded areas, do it. Now's not the time to be messing around, because what we're seeing are glitches manifest. These things that used to just kind of be in the energetic field, little lightning bolts, if you want to see it like that, stretching from person to person, event to event. And now it's coming into the physical form. And it's coming through people. And there are certain things behind that we know of, right? But that's happening to all of us right now. That I think, I wish I could, I'm not trying to be like I don't have a conspiracy here. I don't. I really don't. But there's been a lot of conditioning. And I've been talking about that for years. So things that we've been conditioned to accept, the Great Awakening, not to be all dramatic about it, but the Great Awakening is here. And we're going to start realizing things. If you have already been awakened, I'm not talking about egotistical, oh, I'm so woke and I'm so awakened and I'm just so spiritually superior to everybody else. There is such a thing as spiritual narcissism. Don't fall for it, okay? I'm talking more like you have always seen that certain things just didn't seem fair. You'll get labeled in society, right? And now people are realizing, hey, you were speaking the truth. Hey, you actually knew that this wasn't right. And I'm starting to see just firsthand in my personal life, people trying to get away with stuff that it's just so blatantly obvious that that's wrong. And I say, you got to be kidding me. That's not right. We're not doing that. And the people who try to pass this off as normal are like, what? Like, they're not even trying. Some people try to manipulate. These people are not even trying to manipulate. They're just so far gone and so brainwashed that they can't believe that I would speak up and think that there was anything wrong with it. So we're waking up from that. And I think it's important that we not get hung up on the obvious, the things that are ego satisfying, which would be, hey, tell me in great detail what's going to happen. Nobody's ever right about that. Because, we might hit on things every once in a while, but let's be for real, okay? Like, it's energy that we're reading, not details. I don't care if somebody really, there's all these egotistical readers out there like, oh my God, they're wrong 90% of the time. Okay, thank you. Okay, anyway, that was my little bitter rant for a second. But we're all waking up and seeing that the world we thought we lived in was never what it seemed. So that's one. Now, some of you might be handling that in a very hard way. Some of you might be numbing out. Please make sure you're taking extreme care of yourselves at this time. And that would include getting proper help. Now, you know I am all for therapy, but only with the right therapist. There are a lot of terrible, terrible, terrible people who have licenses to be therapists. They have no business being therapists. They've been my therapists, okay? So just be careful. Be your own best advocate. If you do find that you're getting anxiety or whatever, make sure that you are getting proper treatment, okay, with the proper person. Spiritually speaking, you need to be giving yourself not time out as in avoidance. That's another thing that is so sort of self-righteous. And to me, it's not a good sign in someone if they're like, I won't do anything that kills my vibe. Okay, like really? Okay. I get to some extent if you need a break, if you need to cleanse your energy, you don't want to get all swirled up in the brainwashing tactics. You don't want to be experiencing tragedy 24/7. Okay, I get that. But you know who I'm talking about. And I might be talking about you. If you're egotistical and you try to show that you're just too precious to see what's going on in the world, it's going to find you one way or the other. And it doesn't make you powerful. It just makes you an avoider. Now, there's something to be said for people who do know what's going on and are able to process it and still keep their vibration high. You want to try it? Or do you want to keep playing the games? I think there's going to be what am I talking about? It's January. Excuse me. There's going to be massive shakeups about the third week of January. But this is also where the clock app is supposed to be banned. I have a lot to say about that, but I'll spare you. So, we're going to be silenced quite a bit. And anything that helps us reach one another, that helps us support one another, that helps us share knowledge, it's going to go away. Or there's going to be an attempt to make it go away. We're going to have to fortify ourselves. Again, this is not about a spiritual escapism. It's not about spiritual ego. Like stop. Well, those people aren't going to listen. Everybody else who, you know what I'm talking about, I support you. I know. I'm seeing it too. People getting highly competitive with one another, trying to, get away with stuff, get people to do their bidding or to take away. We're going to see so much. We're going to see so much, but it's going to be deeply transformative. Okay? So part of the preparation is staying grounded. What does that look like? Well, sometimes you're not going to feel grounded. I have rough days. I have quite a bit of human experience that would have me falling apart every once in a while, and that's okay. I come all back together, and each time I get a little bit stronger. And that's not just like inspirational bumper sticker stuff, okay? Actually, I do feel a little bit stronger after every time. So you're going to have those days, and that's okay. But the groundedness looks like learning about your nervous system from a physiological standpoint. And this is where there are a lot of people out there giving good information about how to calm your nervous system down, how to strengthen your intuition. You know, I'm spiritual, so I say meditation, strengthening and aligning your chakras, clearing your energy field, working with Archangel Michael, working with Gabriel, Raphael, Metatron, and Sandalphon. Ariel can help you remain very balanced. Not just using the angels and the archangels to gain something. If you notice, that doesn't really work, does it? Because they give you guidance for you to create your own magic in your life. And if you think that you're entitled to boss these beings around and have them just serve things up for you when you didn't even really work for it yourself, that's not how it goes. And there are a lot of people out there who try to claim that it does. That's not how it goes. So they're lying to you. And it's sort of the devil in disguise. So be careful. You are here and meant to be the conduit. So you have to be doing the transformation. You have to be doing the manifesting. You have to be taking care of your energy field with love and guidance from your spiritual team. They're not doing it for you. Okay? Now they can give you messages. Again, meditation. I have lots of meditations all over my channel. If you want to go to gumroad.com/angelsouls, I have a huge library of courses and meditations over there. So if you want the free version, just look at my YouTube channel. If you want to check out some of those more involved courses, I've put those on discount. So you can get on over there and check that out. Or you can get, since I'm plugging my my courses, readings, angelsouls444.com for standard readings. If you want to try to get a live session, those are not always available, but if you want to try to get a live session, you should email me at angelsouls444@gmail.com. Okay? And we will see what we can do about getting you in. But really spending time to reset. You can't just escape the world. You're here to experience it. But don't go crazy and get obsessed with a story and keep listening to it over and over. You see what I'm saying? Like a balance here. So staying grounded and making sure you are make sure you are connected to the divine. These are simple things that if you've been practicing for any amount of time, you might be like, well, yeah, okay. But when times are tough, we can forget about that connection. And that connection isn't about being here and going, I just know I'm connected. I just know everything. Okay, while you're doing that, we've got work to do. And you've missed the point. So, start here at the heart space. Expand it out. Bring all of this online together. And get that connection to the divine, the groundedness to the earth, the heart of the earth. You hear this in almost every single meditation. There's a reason for it. And allow your energy to radiate all around you. Now, it's going to be in this space when you are cleared, and as long as you don't have bad intentions, and bad intentions could also be greedy intentions. They could be lazy intentions. I don't want to deal with this, so come in and just take it out of my existence. Spiritually lazy, not like 3D world lazy necessarily. As long as you're well-intentioned, you can invite your guardian angels to come in and say, let me see you. And how they look to you, it differs for everybody. Some see a humanoid figure with wings. We see that in a lot of, Christian, Catholic representations. You might see an orb. Be careful, because those can be spirits as well, so just be careful. Or piercing light. You might just see light surrounding you, or it's like a piercing star of a light. A lot of different forms. But allow the angels to come to you and sit with you. And they don't always have to be doing a song and dance. Sometimes, especially if you're working with archangels, you might experience a big energy coming close to you. It's the wildest experience. Get on Gumroad. Go look at my courses, guide you step by step on how to connect to archangels. So some people do report, and I have had this experience myself, of the big booming voice or the big presence or feeling like we're being hugged or held or, something like that. But it's equally valuable if you're in that meditative state and you feel peace, or you feel a light coming to you and touching your heart. It doesn't mean that you didn't have as profound an experience as someone else. As a matter of fact, the more people get in tune with their own technology and our physical bodies and our spirit and our energy field as a technology, the less we're going to talk about the clairs. Because those are sort of parceled out abilities. What we're coming into is a combination of those abilities that are second nature. So there is no distinction, really. It's just sort of, it is. It just is. And no words can describe it. So be practicing this. And when you hear a fellow human being has experienced something awful, first, tap in, tune in. Is that real? And if you feel like, yeah, that definitely is real. Now be careful with this, because the mind can be unhealthy. So be careful, okay? But we are in the period of AI. And so there can be a lot of falsified information just to freak us out or to get us in that low, fearful state so we can be fed upon. That's a thing. That is a thing. Okay? That's a pretty big thing. So if you feel like something is real and someone is going through something, light a candle for them. If you can do so safely, and only if you can do so safely. Say a prayer. Spray some rose water around. Send the intentions up that their soul is at peace. Pray for their families. If we're going to be brought down, do the opposite and raise that energy back up. And you raise that up with prayer. You raise that up with sending out positive energy, not fake positive energy. It's not doing any good. Do you think? I always imagine it's like little kindergartners going around and saying, now I am all powerful. And it's kind of cute. You're like, oh, you look cute. You little sweetheart, whatever. But they're not really doing anything. Yeah? Okay. So there's that part. So that's what we need to be doing. We're going to see more of this. This will probably be going on pretty much the whole year, of course, because there are going to be people who absolutely refuse to allow themselves to be better. Okay? So there is that part of it. Let's get some cards pulled. And what we need to know. Okay. Divine guidance. Look at the number 5 on there. That is the number of transformation. But this can also be like a heightened spiritual awareness. This is breaking free. Breaking free. This is a good kind of transformation. But this is Archangel Sandalphon. And Sandalphon is one of the archangels that helps us remain grounded and balanced. Okay. He's also known as the Archangel of Music. So working with sound healing, any kind of form, would be great. So this is divine guidance, the search for meaning in life, because we're not going to know anymore. That's one of the bigger things. Like, we won't even know what to think. Everything we were taught to believe is now in question. And how we were trained to believe is now in question. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Okay. I felt something around church. Which isn't, something. See, we're always looking for like what's exposed. We can't just sit back and wait for the show. because the information is literally being dropped off within us constantly. And it's not to do parlor tricks with it, to get on social media and be like, ooh, here's all this fun stuff. Isn't that so intriguing to listen to? And then they get some money off of those videos. I'm just over here waiting this out. Like, I'm not pushing too hard. You see, I have not missed a weekly in over 11 years. It's not always going to be up when people say it should be up, but I've never missed one in 11 years. So I'm not going to break that streak now, but I'm also not going to push. I'm not going to go out there and try to just not be helpful to people just to make money, right? I know that sounds really self-righteous, and I don't mean it to sound like that, but please, if you're one of the people, you know, you're watching from the sidelines and going, this is so messed up. Like, I don't know why people can't see the fakeness. I don't know why we're all so okay with people being cruel to one another. Not my problem. Like, why? What is going on here? Okay. So those of us who have been watching from the sidelines, that transformation is going to be a lot easier for us. And it's going to be a little bit, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit like told you so. And many of you are going to have people coming to you going, oh my gosh, did you hear about X, Y, and Z? And you're like, I told you that about that like 10 years ago. And you're just now figuring it out? See what I'm saying? But we don't want to go into that energy now, do we? 10 of Ariel. Here's Ariel. There is very much to be grateful for. We're going to be grateful that we're getting out of something, that we no longer have to suffer. We're waking up from suffering that we didn't know we were suffering from because we were so numb to it and so used to it. But this says, financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So here's the stability. Here's the groundedness. All right. So we're kind of redefining what this even means. What is the value of your family? Even if it's your chosen family, what is a better way to make money? Four of Raphael. See, we've gotten so in our heads. Our emotions are taking a hit. Our heart power, if you want to see it that way, has taken a hit and it needs to be healed. Raphael's all about healing. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Some people have just kind of given up. And as we see here, there is something new coming in. It's very wonderful. I was just saying this to somebody else. What's coming is very wonderful, but it's going to be messy. It's going to be extremely messy. Here's the messy. Wow. Okay, 7 of Gabriel. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. We're having to really stay strong and rise above the storm. Rise above people fighting one another, trying to be right, getting involved in the cult of politics, allowing that to run their life, feeling that that is their point of power, silencing people that are seen as beneath everyone. Have you guys seen this thing where Walmart has come out? Well, it's not a Walmart brand. It's some other brand that's being sold through Walmart, but they've come out with it's a fake Birkin, and they're calling it the Workin'. I guess it's for the working class. And people are very hyped up about this, and I get why they're hyped up, because the idea here is that if regular folks can get a hold of something that's, supposed to be just as nice or whatever, it's going to make the actual Birkin less special. So a lot of people are going to be, there was somebody who pointed out that some wealthy person who's carrying one of these bags that maybe they spent $100,000 on could potentially have someone come up and be like, hey, did you get that from Walmart? And that's it's a little funny. And I can appreciate that, and I'm all for it, except now we're lining the pockets of Walmart. I don't love that. I think we're working, $1 billion company that's asking people to donate school supplies every year instead of just doing it themselves. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. That's a little double-edged sword there. but we're trying. Okay. We're trying, but pardon me. This is, may as well style it if it's going to happen. Anyway, we're trying and we're getting going in a direction. It's a choice. Okay. We'll have to see how we can hone that and perfect that. But definitely people are mad. And I think this is what the 7 of Gabriel is also talking about. And even the 4 of Raphael, I just heard despondent. So there is this feeling here of like, we're tired and now we're done. We are done. We're not going to be taking this anymore. Let's get one more card. Epiphany, the number's 9. This is spiritual growth. This is the end of a lesson. This is finally, they're saying after years and years and years of seeking and trying to figure things out, the truth was within you all along. Is that something Yoda would say? I haven't really seen those movies. It's Star Wars. I like Yoda, though. Baby Yoda. So cute. Okay. Epiphany, Archangel Raziel. Raziel warns us. Some people don't like the word warn. Grow up. Okay. Grow up. You're fine. You can handle it. You're built for this. You are a duality consciousness being, honey, baby, sweetie pie. Okay. You can handle it. Archangel Raziel warns us that the sky will grow dark. The clouds will roll in. There will be massive storms. There will be floods. There will be earthquakes. There will be man-made. I was going to use the T word, but disasters that would happen. But we need to power through. We need to power through with, what do I want to, like, I always say, you guys say it with me now, write it in the comments. What do I always say about Raziel? Raziel's a rainbow on a night sky. So bringing that balanced energy even in the dark of night. Okay, again, that sounds very dramatic, but that's what Raziel represents. He's bringing the magic back into life. He's manifestation. And finding your way, even when the environment's making it very hard for you to find your way. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. This has to be a very, very, very spiritual time right now. That needs to be the priority. That is the approach. If you do not make time for this, if you are making excuses for it, if you think it's cute to go, well, I just haven't been, you haven't been taking care of your spiritual self during these times. You're letting your ego get the best of you? I do too. I mean, shoot, I'm right there with everybody else, but we have to be there for each other and hold each other accountable. We need to be checking in on each other and giving each other support during these times. And I'm not talking, like, if you come to me and you're whining and crying about politics, read the room. Okay, read the room. I think all of it's dumb. That is one thing I'm good at, is seeing through that nonsense. Okay. But before I get myself in too much trouble, my own camera cut me off. So I think that's got to be the end. I love you guys. Take care. Be safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.